This is going back a couple of years. Never forget it as long as I live. I had just got onto the bus. You know, as you walk down, the first seat on your right, so it doesn't face the same way as all the other seats, but it faces sort of the stairs going upwards. Yeah. I sat down there, and if I'm here, the lady, she is facing this way, and I'm quite a big guy, so I filled up a lot of this space. 5 or 10 minutes in, I had my music in and all the rest of it. I feel this squeezing on my leg, near my knee area. And I'm thinking, what's that? I don't know what happened there. I think someone tried to just cop a feel. I don't know if it was by accident or not. But this old lady, she basically had a bit of a feel, and then she apologized profusely afterwards. Apparently, she thought, because my legs are so quite big, it was close to the stop button where she thought she was grabbing the right thing. She could have been blind as a bat. I don't know. That's the excuse she made, and I said it was fine. It could have been an accident, I think. I try not to think about it, but, I hope it made sort of her day and stuff. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. And I'm thinking...
Was her hand still on your leg at this point?
No, it was sort of there for a couple of seconds. Awkward. I was on the tube/train in London. And this guy was, I guess he may have been coming from work or something. He had his briefcase, shoes off, socks off, feet on seats, right? You could see the toe jam and the bum fluff from his socks, and you just think, it says keep your feet off the seats. Forget that. You're going to put your feet on the seats, but not even with your shoes on. And he thinks nothing of it. And I asked my friend, I said, have you ever witnessed that? He said, no. And all the years I've been travelling through London, I've never witnessed someone actually take their shoes and socks off and put their disgusting...
I've never seen anyone take their socks off.
...athlete's feet on the seat. But he did. And I just thought, why is no one else looking at this? Why is no one else thinking that this is a big deal? Does this happen usually? And people just minding their own business as if it's normal for people to take their shoes off and their socks off on public transport. This isn't in the middle of the morning. This is at the end of the day. He's been in his shoes. His feet have been in these shoes all day, and now he's just let them get some air, and he's putting them on seats. And he's got 2 co-workers or friends with him who have their shoes on, and they're behaving as if everything's normal. Okay, people in London, they're obviously mad. Well, people everywhere are mad. They're just crazy.
At least keep your socks on, for God's sake.
He took them off. I actually looked. He had these nice pucker pair of brown shoes, business shoes, and these black socks, and he took them off. The yellow toenail and everything.
No.
Wow. No. Another one. This was Halloween weekend. I was on the tube. Dead of night. We're talking late night, 11 o'clock, midnight. Minding our own business on the tube. This young lady throws up in her hand. I was standing up near the door, and I thought she had sneezed or coughed or something, and all this other stuff kept coming. I witnessed the weirdest things on public transport. Well, I don't know if she was ill or she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her, but she threw up in her hand, and everyone was like, "Oh, are you okay?" Not me. I ran. I mean, I was like, I'm not interested in finding out. That's what happens in London. People aren't interested in finding out whether or not you're okay. You know what I mean? They move away when you throw up, which is the right thing to do. Luckily, there was some litter behind her, empty litter, an empty paper bag that she could put it in. And on the next stop, she just ran out, and I guess she went to clean herself up. That's a new one for me on public transport.
But then it's London, isn't it?
Well, it's never happened to me anywhere else. Big city where people take off their socks on trains and throw up on tubes. I used to work with someone who told me that her boyfriend, in a drunken stupor, took a dump on a train seat once. And it's just like, she's dead serious. I don't know the why of it. Well, because he thought it was funny at the time. Really? Well, how is that funny? Someone's got to clear that up. How, Well, it's not funny.
It's not funny, no.
I don't like myself for laughing about it, but someone's got to now take this turd, shovel this turd off the seat. Really?
Yeah, but then you've got to clean the seat, and you just
yes, they were like, you just make it work for someone else.
See, that's it. I mean,
I'm drunk and I took a dump. Ha ha ha. Really?
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Well done.
Grow up. That's not good. So all in all, public transport.
It's pretty shit.
Is a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of time that you spend waiting for public transport. Not even just getting from where you need to go, from where you are to where you need to go. It's just the amount of time you spend waiting for it, buses or trains or whatever, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and you think they say, oh, it will be slightly late. It's not classed as late until it's after a certain amount of time. I can't remember what it is. Japan, if it's a minute late,
It's late.
It's late, and you
That's
get a
a
little
cultural
note,
difference.
and you get a little note from the company saying to tell your boss that the train was late
Yeah.
or whatever. That to wake up, we need this.
That is a cultural thing, but there's a lot of things that the Japanese have miles and furthest, and they
Toilets
have.
that talk to you.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of the water going up in my ass. That's not really something I don't want. That's not that's not for me. I just can't be no.
Fair enough.
I don't need that. I can't. No. You wanna no.
No.
You want to talk about sushi and stuff and all the technology Japan has and their discipline. Sure, pucker. But not having a toilet that talks to me and squirts water on my backside. Not gonna happen. I can't be dealing with that. I don't need that. We start with public transport and then we get onto squirting toilets.
Well, I mean, both things are full of shit, really. Aren't they?
Yeah, I guess they are.